aka Eileen Little Craft. That's just more information about this show, arts class and everything in between, and my little craft the show, which can be found on YouTube. Both shows can be found on my website, eileenlittlecraft.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I have tried to do this podcast I don't know how many times, so I'm a little anyway, guys. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update that the website is updated. I added 2 new pages, and also I added a video up on the not the website yet. I gotta add it up on YouTube about the changes and how to navigate if you've never been on my website before. It's a pretty simple, easy website, and I really love it. I like keeping things easy peasy, and everything is there, like the podcast, the blog, and the different videos, which I have now. My crafting videos, I have other videos, like, let's say, plan with me videos might be there. Some type of tutorials, maybe some travel videos might be on that other videos, and then the plus size fashion videos are there as well. So I figured everything should have like its own little place. I'm still thinking about and working out how I'm going to add the photos of my planners. I haven't been really planning as much. I want to get back into that as well. And I got to do more project videos. I mean, so no projects as of yet, but will be soon. So hang on. So everything is there, and little details about, if you click on the picture, you'll see a link down to the project video and the list of supplies that I use and all that good stuff. Alright, so I'm super excited. I recently just got my Dia & Co. winnings for the hashtag sorry, I couldn't remember. Huge brain farts. Oh man, this coffee needs to kick in, seriously. Anyways, I need to take a sip of that. What I wanted to say was that the Dia & Co. had a kind of a little contest of sorts for the Dia Dominoes, and the hashtag was my Dia Army. Basically, it's to show off parts of your body that you are not allowed, but society says that you shouldn't show during summertime because you are a plus size woman, and plus size women should cover up because it's not attractive or whatever the case may be. And so we hear all these negative connotations, and therefore we're trying to show off our arms, our back, our tummies, and our backside, what it is, our butts, and because it's summer, we should be allowed to wear whatever we want to wear, and feel comfortable within our own skin, and therefore Dia is trying to promote that awareness. And I was lucky enough to be one of 5 winners, so congratulations to my other Dia Dominoes, and also the other Dia Dominoes who were actually featured in the articles. There were a couple, and then there are also some other, I don't know if they're sponsors or models, they who are part of the Dia Domino community, or Dia & Co. period. So congratulations to them, being a part of that campaign. It was an awesome campaign, and everyone took so many beautiful pictures. I was super excited because during that time, I was lucky enough that I got my first active box, so I was able to use that along with my hashtag fit to thrive. So I was super excited about that. Not that I wasn't any extra entry or anything like that, but I wanted to use that because I was super excited that I finally actually was able to get my Dia & Co. activewear box, which is another subscription from their clothing line. So you can, and that is basically kind of like the same thing. You pick out what you like, what you don't like. You get $25 stylist fee. So it's different, and I know that a lot of people are like, I don't like the idea of we lose $20, but it's a fee, so therefore it is what it is. Anyways, moving right along, because that's not what this is about. So I want to talk about the Street Outlaws, Grudge Match, and Daily Drivers. Those have already came out already. It's been a while, and I actually didn't get a chance to watch it, but I wanted to talk about it because there were some pretty interesting things that happened. I actually thought that I was done talking about Street Outlaws for the season, but apparently I was not. Alrighty, guys, so let's get right into it. And FYI, if those of you who are listening on the blog, the podcast is on Thursday, but this episode may be up on the blog Wednesday or Saturday, so I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Headphones don't want to cooperate with me. What is going on here? Hoo hoo hoo. Alright, let's see if that works better. Alright, guys, so here it is. Alright, so the Grudge Match basically happened before Daily Drivers, pretty much right after the last race of the season, this race for the season. That's the word. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? Whew. Anyways, so as we all know, Big Chief finished first, and if you guys want to know, the rest of the list is on. You can look that up. All right, guys. So apparently, this race was supposed to squash the trouble, the beef, the bickering, bring it together, and breathe new, fresh life into the next race. I don't know if it's going to do that, but it was an interesting turn of events in terms of who was against who. I thought everybody was going to be gunning for Chief in this particular season, and apparently not. The only one that wanted him was Chuck. So I was kind of confused. I will go into this, apparently from, I think it was season 9 or 10, there was that incident that happened, and they had a screaming match. Chief apologized, I don't know how many times during that, and you can tell, in my opinion, he looked really, 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 really sorry. And he was just like, whoa, I do not want this, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm really, really sorry. Okay, so honestly, I thought that was squashed. Apparently, Chuck feels that Chief looks down on him. I don't think so. I think that he finds him amusing and just lets him talk whatever he wants to talk. That's just me. I mean, do you agree, disagree? What do you think? I think that he has respect for Chuck because Chuck has been number one. And he has beaten him every now and again. So, and this time around during the Grudge Match, he did win. Chuck, of course. The other problem is, it's just that there was a thing where it was us against them. It was kind of really like Team Chuck versus Team Big Chief. And I was like, I thought this was a grudge match. I didn't think that it was a team thing. But apparently they said, okay, they made them bets. Ryan raced Murder Nova, and I think he lost. Or did he win? I can't remember. Anyways, so that race happened, and I honestly thought that the reason why it happened was because Sean backs Chief up, but also I kind of felt like he was speaking his truth, in my opinion. This is me. So of course this is the speculation, agree to disagree, it is what it is. I kind of felt like this was a thing where when he claimed when he said out loud that, what are we here for? We're here to race. We're here to see who has the baddest car on the street. And if I was number 2, and even if my boy Chief was number 1, I still would go after that crown, because we're here to find out who has the fastest car. And the next thing I know, they're taking the camera, and there's a weird face that looks like he's ticked off and did not like what Sean had to say for whatever reason. I'm not gonna put any thoughts or words, but it just was weird that the camera and they're looking at him, and I'm like, interesting. I don't think he liked it. I really don't. But so that match happened, and then Jeff Lux and Dave, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if it was because they just needed to fill a void, but Lux seemed to be siding with Ryan and Chief because of the mind games. Daddy Dave is like, this is just ridiculous. Like, he's like, I can't with these people. But, I'm going to do my part. And I think that, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I think that he did it, for the money. But it was an interesting little scenario there. So I'm hoping that, next race list that it's squashed and everybody is going to go back in with clear heads. It was really nice to see Mazda race again. I'm super excited that he wasn't injured during his wreck. So it was cool. The car looked amazing, and he looks like he's ready to go for next season. So there were some interesting races. Who else was racing? Dominator, but I forgot who Dominator was racing. That was a good race too. Dominator's been looking like he's gotten his car together. Let's hope that continues. Asian and Farm Truck did a cool race. That was awesome. So let's go on to daily drivers. Last season, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was very disappointed with the daily drivers race, only for the fact is there was a lot of cars being borrowed. It kind of seemed like more of a sponsorship than a daily drivers. Even though the cars met the parameters, there was a lot of cars. I forgot who couldn't drive a car because he didn't even know how, it worked. But because he wanted to be a part of the daily driver, he borrowed it from a dealership. So therefore, I kind of was like, this is pretty stupid. Then it's not a true daily driver, so therefore I kind of feel like it shouldn't be on the race. It shouldn't be on the show. But they let it slide. They let it happen. And I gotta fix myself on this chair. So as I was saying, this time around, it seemed bigger. It seemed like there was more, in my opinion. If you guys saw something that I did not see, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the matter. Or you can always email me your thoughts and opinions on the matter, which is Eileen@EileenLowcrafted.com. There seemed to be more cars that were dailies and less cars that were borrowed. There was some cars that were dailies, but new dailies that I bought it, I think it was Chuck, or I forgot who that did that. Then there was another thing that really was like, whoa. There was an incident of the jump that turned, in my opinion, pretty ugly towards the end. Anyways, like I said, and I'm glad to see that everyone did have Farm Trust back. So in case anything was popping off, everyone was taking care of Farm Truck. The guy jumped. I don't know, like I said, it seemed like the trans brake looked like the trans brake, but then it looked like he jumped. I don't know if he was trying to correct himself. It kind of looked like the trans brake was slipping, and then it slipped a little more than what it usually. I don't know. There was something, I don't know. Like I said, it looked weird. And even if they gave him a chance, he ticked off and started pulling into the car, which I think that was dumb on his part, for the simple fact is that, the poor people could have been hurt, and it's sad to see, something like that happen when it could have been avoided. So anyway, so I agreed with the call on that to make him leave, because he did, he was being reckless. Madugo won the race. Congratulations to Madugo. Farm truck, it was Asian that won last year, which was a really good race. So I think that it was a really good race. I think that there was a lot more out-of-towners. There was a lot more people from Street Outlaws. And like I said, there was more daily drivers, which I really like a lot more. It was kind of weird not seeing Chief there. But apparently there's a video going out that he wrecked his car during that particular race in the parking lot. I don't know if there was some editing done, because I know that normally they would have shown him, but apparently there was nothing of him being mentioned at all during this race, so I don't know. But I hope he's there next year. It would be nice to see him. So it was a really interesting season. I think, like I said, I loved the daily driver. The grudge match, I don't know, like I said, if it's going to help anything. I think maybe it might bring egos up just a little bit higher on certain people's, and you already know who I'm gonna say, the certain people's. But we shall see. I mean, we shall see. So I don't know what's going to happen, if there's going to be a no prep race, or what's going to happen next season, or if that's it for the season for now until, summertime rolls around again. And so if you guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Please leave me your comments, questions down below. What else? If you want to email me your comments and questions, again, my email address is eileen@eileenlockhopta.com. And I also would like to wish my fellow Wiccans a happy Mambon, and be safe, and be kind, and do no harm. Alright, so that will do it for me. See you next Thursday, and bye for now.